I'm Naomi. I'm going to do a quick video tutorial for how to fussy cut lines when using your 6-point diamond. Okay, so you've got your lined fabric. I'm going to work with this pink one first. I'll place my acrylic template onto the fabric, and what I want to do is line it up so that this point and this point are both matching along that same line. And I also find it easier to do if you match it up with an edge of a line. Rather, if you try to get it in the middle of the line, you could get it a couple of millimetres out, and then it'd make it difficult when matching them all up. It's probably clearer when I show you. So place this on with your 3/8 seam allowance and just cut round your acrylic, just roughly. It doesn't need to be too precise at this point. And then you come to basting it. So at this point I probably don't use the acrylic on the back anymore when doing lines. And remember, I want to line my paper template up with the edge of the line there. And you can see the line is coming through, so that's fine. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clip that there. Once on this side. And I'm going to clip it on this side too. So I make sure that that point is being held by my clips against that line. And then what I'm going to do is come back down to this bottom edge now and turn it around so it's easier. Make sure that's lined up with the line. And then I think it's that one. And at this point, again, I'm not basting yet. I'm just checking it for placement. So fold over and finger press and check that line. And I'm just making sure that that point, see, I'm working from both sides at the same time to check it runs. And I've now got the edge of that line lining right up with the point of my diamond. And I'm going to clip that to hold it, still not basting it yet. And then just fold my way round, fold that over, and move this clip now to hold this one in place. And then I'm going to come back to this original point, take the last clip off and check. And then you can see here I haven't matched it. I've pulled it off by mistake and I've matched it with the wrong point. So at this point I'll check again at the top. Okay, and I've now taken completely the wrong line, so I'm going to put this clip back on and I'm just going to move my template across, because I can see I've gone for the wrong line on the opposite end. And this is why it helps not to have started to baste yet. That's why I like the clips when doing it, because it allows you to make these errors. And I'm just working from both sides to make sure I'm getting this right line. Yep. And that's a much better line there. It's now gone right to the edge of my point, and it's matching with the same stripe on the other end. So I'm going to get my thread, my needle and thread, and I'm now going to thread baste it into place. I always go down on the corners, come back up halfway along, and then fold this bit over, and again go down on the corner, come up halfway along, and keep working my way around. And with your 6-point diamonds, if you just make sure you base them all in the same direction, whether that's clockwise, anti-clockwise, and that'll help you to nest your seams. And I've got a couple of other videos up showing you 6-point diamonds in more detail if you wanted to check them out. Okay, so it's that one basted. I'm just going to tie a knot in it and then show you how you can line them all up. As I nearly knocked the camera over there, sorry. Right, I'll just give it a cut. Pop my needle in there. Okay, so there I've checked that it's all lined up. Just squish it so make sure it lies flat. And then I'll grab the other 5 that I've done. And then with your lines, you can then choose to place them all so that they're all, just check this on camera, so that they're all radiating outwards. And this is when you begin to check that you have done all your points in the right direction and all your lines. And just keep working your way around. And this last one, I'm not going to try and squish that in because it gets in the way. Like that. So you can either have it as a whole, like that, radiating outwards. And what you could do then is you could place your plain fabric around as your outer six, and that could make your lines pop. Or what you might decide to do is put like that, or you might decide to do some flowers or another motif in the outside and do your lines like that. Or you could choose to do it the other way. So you'll have, say, 6 plain in the middle, and you could use your lines to go around this. So because you've cut the lines going, let me think, horizontal, no, completely lost track of it. Which way is up? Vertical? There you go, you can go verticals. Because your lines are vertical and they created that radiating out effect, when you then turn them to use them as the outer diamonds, they create what I call an in the round effect. So going all the way around. Oh. So they could go all the way around on your plain centres. Or you could use your fussy cut motifs in the centre and then create an in the round frame going all the way around. It's a bit messy, but you get the idea when it's sewn together. So that's how, when you fussy cut these lines vertically on this way, you can create that really nice radiating effect in your centre 6-point diamond. Or just by turning it on its side, you can then create an in the round frame. This pink and white stripe is Art Gallery fabrics, just really gorgeous free PP, as are the flowers and the plains. So the other way I'm going to do it is I'm actually going to deliberately match it so that your lines are going vertically from the widest part of the diamonds. So in exactly the same way, if I can find the acrylic template, see-through thing. So I'm going to place this on, but rather than like this, where I was checking my top and bottom point for lining up the stripe, you're going to place it this way. You see that? And then I'm going to line this edge up and this edge up with the same stripe. And then go ahead and cut around it. I use 3/8 of an inch seam allowance, because that way, if my fuss cutting hasn't gone to plan, I've got a bit of give when doing it. And again, I'm probably not using the template for this. I then lay my paper piece on the back. This one's much easier because it's a much thicker stripe, so I don't have to worry about getting it muddled. And I'm then going to clip this widest part of the diamond up here along the edge of that black stripe, and then this bottom edge here, I'm just going to turn it around, I've then lined up the edge of the black stripe, and I'm just going to fold over and finger press it into place, checking that black stripe's now lining up with the point of my diamond, and then clip it, and then work my way around, clip that one, and then here. And again, I'm just working from both sides just to check that it is sitting where I want it to sit, which it is. So I'll just tie a couple of knots in my thread ready for basting, and then we'll look at the effect this can create. Okay, sorry, knocking the camera again, not doing well today. Okay, so I'm just gonna baste this one in exactly the same way. And I'm not too bothered about what these edges are doing. I'm just trying to focus on those widest points of the diamond. So I go along and then come up halfway along the edge of my diamond and take this clip off and keep going down. I always go down on the corner because it holds that fold into place. Come back up and go down. So by lining the lines up, could have come up with a better word there, couldn't I? By lining the stripes up on my diamonds, but using the widest part instead, you can create a different effect. So that's the one we've just basted, and I've got another 5 basted from earlier. Just cut that and look at the effect this can create. So again, you could have your fussy cut motif in the middle. Sorry, I know this looks a bit messy. I should have sewn them together, shouldn't I? And then because of the way you've done it this way, I'll just move this up. You've then created a stripe that's going to radiate out from that centre fussy cut motif. Or you could do a plain centre, but with the stripes radiating outwards. Like that. Or when it comes to putting it in the middle instead, what you're actually going to be doing is inadvertently your pattern matching. So when joined all together, it's going to create a really good in the round sort of effect. If I can get it to lie flat, which I can't because I'm nervous, my hands are shaking, sorry. You'll be able to get the idea, I hope. So it'll go all the way around and it almost creates a hexagon shape actually, like that. And all the way around, and then again you could choose to use planes around the outside, or you might choose to use a motif around the outside, or if you just really want to show off the lines in your stash, you could then add lines from earlier and do them all the way around the outside. So there you go, just a quick talk you through how to do lines. Enjoy!